Good morning to everyone. Once again, welcome to Geography class. In this class, we are going to see the upcoming point of the chapter number 4, Climate. I request you, please go through the revision part very properly because it's going to be very important for the annual examination. Chapter number 4, Climate, topic revision. Today is 29 January 2021. So in our previous class, we had seen what is the meaning of climate, what is the meaning of weather, and in this part, after crossing the level of 6 climatic control factors affecting to India's climate, then El Nino concept we had seen, and mechanism of monsoon. So here we are going to see about the point of monsoon. The monsoon, unlike the trade, are not steadily winds but are pulsating in nature after by different atmospheric conditions encountered by it on its way over the warm tropical seas. The duration of the monsoon is between the 100 to 120 days from the June to mid-September. Around the time of its arrival, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues and constantly for several days. In our previous class only we had discussed about this point, the burst of monsoon, and this point we are going to have a distinguished from pre-monsoon shower. Next, the monsoon arrived at the southern strip of the India peninsula generally by the first week of the January. In the map work it is clearly explained. You can refer that. Subsequently, it proceeds into two parts, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reached Mumbai about 10 days later and approximately the 10th of June. It means 1 June if they are to Kerala, so it's going to be have 10th June. This is a fairly rapid advance. The Bay of Bengal branch also advanced rapidly and arrives in the Assam in the first week of the June. The lofty mountain caused the monsoon wind towards the west over the Ganga's plain, that means the northern plain. Next, by the mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoon arrived over the Saurashtra, Kutch and the central part of the country. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal branches of the monsoon merge over the northwest part of the Ganga plain. By the map work only you can clearly understand by reading this concept and using the map work from the textbook. Delhi generally received the monsoon shower from the Bay of Bengal branch by the end of the June. Tentative the dates is 29th of June. The map work is already placed in the textbook. Please see it. The dates are also mentioned there. And the name of the places. By the first week of the July, the western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and eastern Rajasthan experienced the monsoon. By the mid-July, the monsoon reached Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. That is shown in the figure 4.3. Moving further, withdrawal of the monsoon. It is also called as retreating monsoon, right? In the figure number 4.4, it is shown in the textbook. Please go through it. In my explanatory video also, I clearly explain these points to you. The withdrawal of the monsoon begins in the northwest states of India by early September. After that, mid-October, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula. So coming of monsoon, advanced monsoon, pre-monsoon, withdrawal of the monsoon, all these concepts logically in a systematic way you have to fix in your mind so that you can understand monsoon is reaching in India in which month, from which date to which date, moving in which direction, like that. The withdrawal from the southern half of the peninsula is fairly rapid. By early December, the monsoon has withdrawn from the rest of the country. Okay, next. The islands receive the very first monsoon shower progressively from south to north from the last week of April to the first week of the May. The withdrawal takes place progressively from north to south. Here you are understanding from south to north the monsoon is moving, and when it is moving back, withdrawal time, it's moving from north to south. From the first week of the December to the first week of the January. By this time the rest of the country is already under the influence of winter monsoon. Moving further, the monsoon type climate is characterized by the distinct season pattern. So, the weather condition greatly change from one season to another. These changes are particularly noticeable in the interior parts of country. The coastal area does not experience much variation because they are having the moderate type of climate. Temperature through these is a variation in rainfall pattern. How many seasons are experienced in your place? So already you are knowing number of the time when I was taking Viva of you, I asked which season is going on at your place like that. So dear cadets, please make a note of it. Now we are moving in the phase to discuss about the different seasons in India. The four major seasons can be identified in India, and they are the cold weather season. At that time the condition of the weather is cold. Hot weather season, the weather condition will be hot. The advancing monsoon and the retreating monsoon with some regional variation. It means we are talking about winter season, then summer season, then pre-monsoon or advanced monsoon and retreating monsoon. We are going to discuss these topics in a detailed one in the upcoming slide. First, cold weather season. So here we are going to see quickly the gist of cold weather season, right? So I am going to generalize this topic once again. The cold weather season begins from mid-November in the northern India and stay till February. December and January are the coldest months in the northern part of India. You heard about this in newspaper, in TV and all when you are hearing the news bulletins that the fog is there, cold weather is there, right? Snowfall is there. So like that, these characteristics are there of cold weather season, which means the temperature is low. The temperature decreases from the south to north. The average temperature of the Chennai on the eastern coast is between 24 degrees to 25 degrees Celsius. While in the northern plain at this time, the range of the temperature you can see here 10 degrees to 15 degrees Celsius. So how much cold it is here? So in this, the characteristics of the cold weather season is days are warm and nights are cold. Frost is a common in the northern part of the country, and the higher slope of the Himalaya experience the snowfall, as I stated you earlier. Next, during this season, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country and they blow from the land to sea, and hence the most of the part of the country it is the dry season. Some amount of rainfall occurs in the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds, as here they blow from sea to land. The northern part of the country is a feeble high pressure and region. This all is we are talking about how the monsoon is coming and going and how the different seasons are getting influenced by it. The weather is normal marked by clear sky, low temperatures and low humidity, right? And this is another the characteristics of the cold weather season over the northern place, inflows of cyclonic disturbance. So here you can make a note of it, cyclonic disturbance from the west and northwest part. In the MCQ, the children are all the time confused what to write for the cyclonic disturbance or the westerly wind disturbance. These low pressure systems originate over the Mediterranean Sea and the Western Asia and move into India along with the westerly flow. They cause the much needed winter rainfall over the plains and sometimes the snowfall in the mountain areas. Next, although the total amount of the winter rainfall locally known as Mahavat is small, there are the immense importance for the cultivation of Rabi crop, right? For the wheat crop. Especially, the peninsular region does not have the well-defined cold season. There is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in the temperature during the winter due to the moderate influence of the sea. So here you can understand how the northern part is having the cold weather season fully and the peninsula is having the moderate climate due to the climatic situation. Next, the hot weather season. The hot weather season, again we are talking about summer here. The characteristics is there, it starts from the March to May, and influence of this shifting of the heat belt can be seen clearly from temperature recording during March and May from the different altitude. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius recorded on the Deccan Plateau, and it's reaching up to 42 degrees Celsius in the month of April, or in the month of May it is going to be 45 degrees Celsius. Very warm. Next, in peninsular India, temperature remains lower due to the moderating influence of the ocean. So here we are seeing the hot weather condition and the cold weather condition, and few characteristics related to the area with the proper figure facts is given here. So in the examination, the differentiation can be asked to you, differentiate between the hot weather condition and the cold weather condition, or sometime explain briefly about the hot weather condition or the cold weather condition. Like that you have to search the point from that and you have to write it down. Right? Again, here we are talking about Lu. Lu is also one of the characteristic feature of the hot weather season. Next, Kal Baisakhi, mango shower is also another 2 points which are very important in the hot weather situation of any area. So when we are talking about the hot weather condition, summer season, in that Lu is the point, Kal Baisakhi is the point, and mango shower. What are mango shower and Kal Baisakhi? Already in detail one we already had seen. Next, advancing monsoon. That means the third, the rainy season we are talking here. How the rainy season is starting in India. In our previous class only we had seen how the monsoon is entering in India, from which date to which date, it's moving in how many branches and all. Next, this is all about how the monsoon is causing the rainfall in the different parts of in India, and this point is a noticeable one, Monsoon, right, which is the wettest place in the world and situated in the southern range of the Khasi Hill, receive the highest rainfall in the India. Okay. Next, during the season, the north trade wind prevail over the country. Again, we are talking about the retreating monsoon, right? Retreating, that means withdrawal of monsoon. Another phenomena associated with the monsoon is its tendency to have a break in the rainfall. So what is called as a break in the rainfall, we are going to understand. Thus it has a wet and dry spell. In other words, the monsoon rain take place only for a few days at the time and then stopping. So that's going to be called as break in the monsoon. Next, on the other hand, where the excessive closer to the Himalaya, there are longer dry shell in the plain and widespread rain occurs in the mountainous catchment area of Himalaya rivers. So if we are all talking about this, heavy rainfall somewhere, then dry shell will be there, and like that. These points already we had cleared. Next, the monsoon trough of low pressure. Then we are going to slowly understand the retreating monsoon, retreating or a post-monsoon. In that, sometime it is going to be asked in the examination, why Chennai receive more rainfall in winter season rather than in rainy season. So the reason is this one only. During October-November, with the apparent movement of the sun towards the south and the monsoon trough or a low pressure from the northern plain become weaker. So in the gradually what is happening? The monsoon winds are withdrawing. They are moving from the land to sea, and again they are taking water and hitting to the eastern Ghat, and again the rainfall is there. The month of October-November from a period of the transition from the hot rainy season to dry winter condition, and that is giving another point for that. And this is happening in the October-November. Another common phenomena is the October heat, right? So weather becomes rather the opposing during the day. Next, about low pressure. The tropical cyclones are often very destructive. Already we have seen thickly populated delta of Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri and frequently struck by the cyclone, which causes great damage of the life and as well as the property. Sometimes these cyclones arrived at the coastal of the Odisha, West Bengal, Bangladesh. The bulk of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast is derived from the depression and the cyclone. Now the distribution of rainfall. So here the facts and figures are given in which area, which amount of rainfall is there. The part of the western coast and the northeast India receive over 400 centimeter of the rainfall annually. It is less than 60 centimeter in the western Rajasthan and adjoining the part of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana. Rainfall is equally low in the interior of the Deccan Plateau also and east of the Sahyadri. So here the distribution of rainfall is given here. You can go through the map also, right? So figure number 4.6 and 4.7 will make you understand about this. Monsoon as a unifying bond. The last topic is there. We speak about why monsoon is called a unifying bond. One question is also there at the last. You please go through that question. So you have already known the way of Himalaya protect the subcontinent from the extremely cold winds from the Central Asia. So here we are speaking about why monsoon is called as a unifying bond, because the monsoon is only the wind which brings the rainfall in India and bring the prosperous things for the agriculture and for the people living in India. Their festival, celebration, cultures are all fixed with the arriving of monsoon and withdrawal of the monsoon. Next, to explain this point, it is clearly here there, arrival of rainfall. Years after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly wait to the arrival of monsoon, and these monsoon winds are buying the whole world by providing water to set the agriculture activity in motion. So this paragraph is clearly explaining about why monsoon is called as the unifying bond. Okay. Lastly, I want to tell to each and everyone, please observe all the videos and complete all the revision part. As soon as possible, please write the question as well as its answer. Just I stated this point, why monsoon is called as a unifying bond. So you please read this paragraph, search the point from this chapter, and then point wise write the answer. In the upcoming class, we are going to see about the map work from this chapter and question answers from this chapter. Okay, so I request you, please do the revision part very seriously and very properly for the preparation of annual examination, because the question is going to be zone wise, which question is going to be appear in the examination, that the God knows. And finally, you should not be in the trouble, so please prepare very well. Next, Do the question answers properly in the notebook and prepare your notes. Thanking to each and everyone for watching the video. Jai Hind, be safe and secure at your home.